Hello, myself Dr. M.K. Goku, Department Mathematics, Government College Ajmer. Today we are going to learn about cyclic groups. Means these are the groups of special type. What is the speciality in it? These are the groups in which every element of the group can be expressed as some integral power of its element. Here I use the word power of an element, supposing that the operation is multiplication. Means if A belongs to G, then every element of G can be expressed as the integral power of an integral power of A. So if G is a group and A belongs to G, then A is such a way that every element of G can be expressed as some integral power of G. So I can write A is known as generator, and I can write G is generated by A. This is, as I already told, the power is used by supposing that we are using the operation of multiplication. If operation is additive operation is using, then some integral multiple we can write integral multiple. We can write integral multiple, means we can write in this way: n is integer and A is any element, means every element of the group can be expressed as some integral multiple of a element. Then in this case G is generated by A. Let us try to understand the thing with the help of some examples. Say Z plus is a group. We know this is a group. Z plus means set of integers along with the additive operation, by operation of binary operation as addition. So here we see that this group can be written as -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And operation is additive operation like this. This is an infinite group, and this group, every element of the group can be expressed as a multiple of 1. Integral multiple of 1 means 1. Every element can be written as integral multiple of 1. So 1 is generator of this group. This I can write G. This is your G. G is equal to G is generated by 1, and also -1 is also a generator of it, and this can be written as G can be written as -1, generated by -1. So these are the two generators for this group, and we can take many more examples like this, and for finite set, let us try to think about these examples. 1 and minus 1, and operation is multiplication. So this is a group. This group can be generated by 1. G can be generated by minus 1. Why? Every element of G can be expressed as a integral power of minus 1. So this one can be written as minus 1 raised to the power 2 is equal to 1. So minus 1 raised to the power 2 is equal to 1, and minus 1 raised to the power 1 is equal to minus 1. So let us say minus 1 is A, then A raised to the power 1 and A raised to the power 2, both will give us the elements of the group. So generator of this group is minus 1, whereas 1 will not be the generator. Why? Let us try to understand the things in other manner. Minus 1, we see that order of minus 1 is 2 and order of 1 is 1. So here we notice that order of the generator is equal to order of the group. We notice here. And again, let us take another example. G is equal to 1 minus 1 iota minus iota. And operation is multiplicative operation. Let us try to find out the order of the elements. So order of 1 is 1. Order of minus 1 is equal to 2, and order of iota is equal to 4, as we earlier studied these orders. About orders of an element, we find here this one. So from here we can notice something, that order of iota and order of minus iota is 4 is equivalent to order of the group. So these two may be generator of the group. Let us try to see whether these are the generators or not. So I can write iota raised to the power 1 is iota, iota raised to the power 2 is equal to minus 1, iota raised to the power 3 is equal to minus iota, and iota raised to the power 4 is equal to 1. So every element of this group can be expressed in integral power of iota. So iota is a generator. So I can write G is equal to, G can be generated by, a generator of G is iota. And again minus iota, let us see, minus iota raised to the power 1 is equal to minus iota raised to the power 2 is equal to this is iota square minus 1, minus iota raised to the power 3 is equal to minus iota cube, and minus iota cube is equal to plus, minus iota cube means plus 1, and minus iota raised to the power 4 is equal to 1. So we notice here that every element of this can be, every element of the group can also be expressed as the integral powers of minus iota. So minus iota is also a generator, and we notice here that order of iota and minus iota both are equal to the order of the group. We can take many more examples like G is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and additive operation of addition modulo 6. Here again, from the orders of the elements, we can see that order of 0 is equal to 1, order of 1 is equal to, order of 1 is equal to 6, I think 6, it is 6, and order of 2 is equal to 3. Order of 2 is equal to 3, order of 3 is equal to 2, and order of 4 is equal to, say, order of 4 it will be equal to 3. Order of 5 is equal to 6, and order of 5 is 6. So again we see here that there are 6 elements in the group. Order of the group is equal to 6, and order of these two elements are these two elements. So 1 and 5 is again 6. So they may be the generators of the group. So let us see for 5, the element 5. 5 raised to the power 5 under mod 6, 0 is equal to 5. 5 plus mod 1, 5 is equal to under mod 6, 5 one time, and 5 10 and 4. In this way we see that every element of this can be expressed as the integral multiple of 5. So 5 is the generator of this and 1 is the generator of this. We can verify this very easily. This can be generated by 1 and 5 or and in similar examples can also be discussed. Let us try to find some properties, and later on I will try to explain something additional in this way. The basic properties of a cyclic group are: first, every element of G, if A is the generator of G, basic property, theorem, say any theorem, theorem number 1, 2, 3, whatever it may be. If A is the generator of G, then A inverse will also be the generator of A. Means A generates the group. So every element of G can be expressed as A raised to the power n. N may be 1, 2, 3, 4 integral powers. So every element can be expressed as the integral power of A. So this I can write Z is equal to A raised to the power n is equal to A raised to the power n, such that n belongs to n. And also A inverse is also a generator of this. How we can say like this: an can be written as A raised to the power minus 1 raised to the power minus 1. Again, this is an integer, and every element of G can also be expressed as a integral power of A inverse. So A inverse is also a generator of this one. So we can straightforward say that if A is a generator of a group, then A inverse means A inverse is also a generator of the group. In my earlier examples, we see that there are two elements in each way. Either one for the group of Z plus 1 and minus 1 are the generators. For the group of addition modulo 6, we see that there are two generators, 1 and 5, whose we can easily verify that the order of 1 and 5 are both equal to order of the group. So both are the inverse of each other. 1 is the inverse of 5 and 5 is the inverse of 1. So these two are the generators. So in case of finite or infinite, group may be finite or group may be infinite, every time at least two generators are there, two generators having the inverse of each other. And for the sake of Z plus, say Z plus, Z plus group of Z plus, we see that 1 and minus 1 are the generators, and we know that these two are inverse of each other. So we can say that these two are the generator of Z plus, and for infinite group. Now second property, every cyclic group is abelian, but second theorem I can say for cyclic group, every cyclic group is abelian. Every cyclic group is abelian means we are given cyclic group, it implies that it is abelian, but the converse is not true. Cyclic group is abelian, but the converse of it is not true. Let us try to prove this result. Since group is cyclic, G, let us say G is a cyclic group, A belongs to G. So every element of cyclic group can be expressed as the integral power of A. Say A raised to the power n is an element, and another element of it is A raised to the power n. So let them be x is equal to A raised to the power n, or y is equal to A raised to the power n. So x into y will be equal to A raised to the power n and into A raised to the power n. This I can write A raised to the power n plus n. This I can write A raised to the power n plus n, and this is nothing but A raised to the power n, A raised to the power n, and this is equal to y into x. So from this we can say that abelian property holds good for a cyclic group. So if a group is a cyclic one, then it is abelian itself. But the converse is not true. We can prove this by an example. Let us try to define some a group like this 0, 0, 0, 1, a group of matrix 2 by 2 matrix I A minus 1, 0, 0, 1, B is equal to 1, 0, 0, minus 1, and C is equal to minus 1, 0, 0, and minus 1. This is a cyclic group I, A, B, C is an abelian group. IABC is an abelian group for for multiplication of the matrices. This is an abelian group, but this is not a cyclic group. How we can say this is not a cyclic group? Let us try to find out the order of I is equal to order of I is this is identity matrix of order 2 by 2. So order of I is 1, and order of A. In order to find the order of A, we multiply this minus 1, 0, 0, 1 with this minus 1, 0, 0, and 1. We get this is equal to minus 1, 1, and minus 1 and 0. This is 0, 0, and 0, and this is again 1. So it is identity matrix, and order of A is 2. Similarly, we can find the order of B and C are also 2. No element of it has order 4. Group contains 4 elements, and no elements having the order 4. Therefore, no such element exists here that we can find, we can write every element of the group as integral power of or as a multiple of any element of it, since the order of the group is 4 and no element found here that is of order 4. So we can say this is not a cyclic group. This is an example of a cyclic. This is an example of a this is an example to prove that abelian group does not mean that group is cyclic. Again, we would like to prove one more example, one more theorem, which I earlier proved with the help of some examples which I earlier took, and now I would like to prove this theorem with the help of mathematical expressions. Order of a cyclic group or order of a finite cyclic group, order of a finite cyclic group. Finite is important. Order of a finite cyclic group is the same as the order of order of its generator. Order of its means now we want to prove that order of a finite cyclic group, if we are given a finite cyclic group, means number of elements of G are finite. Say the number of elements in G, order of G is equal to n. Finite cyclic group means number of elements in G are n, say. Is that same as the order of its generator? And let A be the generator of it. A be the generator of it. G is generated by A. So, and order of A, we need to prove that order of G is equal to n, and generator G generated by A, and order of G is, say, n, order of G is n. Order of A is equal to nc. Or we need to prove that order of a finite cyclic group, say it is a finite cyclic group, means elements of G are finite. These are the elements, and this is an operation, whatever it may be. This is a group having some elements, and this is finite elements, and this is the operation, and G is generated by A, and order of A is nc. Then what we need to prove that number of elements here, number of elements is here should be n, not more than n and only n. So what we need to prove? First, number of elements in G. So I can write A1, A2, A3 and so on, An are the element of An, or any number n may be anyone, and it may be m, let us take m or s, whatever it may be. number of elements are these in the group. Number of elements in G are n first and no distinct element in it. Number of elements in this are n and no distinct, and second one no distinct element. No element, all the elements are distinct. Elements are distinct. So let us do them one by one. On the An. On the contrary, in order to prove this, number of elements in G are n. On the contrary, let us suppose there exists an element As. There exists an element As belongs to G such that S is greater than n. Means S is greater than n, so I can write using the division algorithm, I can write S is equal to nq plus r, nq and r, and this is a cyclic group and it is a finite cyclic group, so every element of this can be expressed as some integral power of a. Therefore, a raised to the power s can be written as a raised to the power nq plus r, and where r lies with r is less than n and equal to 0. This is the condition for division algorithm. So I can write a raised to the power s is equal to a raised to the power nq plus r, and this I can write a raised to the power q n whole raised to the power q straightforward I am writing here, and a raised to the power n, since order of a is equal to n, so a raised to the power n is equal to identity. Therefore, this identity and this I can write straightforward ar. Means and r lies between, r is less than n, so any of this element as is nothing but in between these elements. There is an element in between these, so no element have different power other than power more than this one. So one thing, number of elements in G are n and only n. Now all the elements are distinct. This we want to prove. Let us suppose Ai is equal to Aj, be two distinct elements, and order of the group is finite, say, and Ai and Aj be two distinct two elements which are equal. We want to prove all elements are distinct. On the contrary, let us suppose two elements have same power. So Ai is equal to Aj, using the inverse property of every element exists in the group. I am using Ai, A minus R is equal to Aj, and J is greater than I, Aj, and these are I is less than J is less than n is 0 equal to 0 or any element, and these two are any elements in between. So this I can write a raised to the power j minus I, and a raised to the power j minus I gives us the identity. A raised to the power j minus I gives us the identity, and we know that j minus I is less than n, and we get identity for this. Means on the one side we say that a raised to the power n is equal to identity, and n is the lowest one since order of a is n, and n is the lowest one, means there must not be any element less than n less than n gives us the identity. Therefore our supposition is wrong, and we can say Ai is not equal to Aj, and all the elements are distinct here, and number of elements in G are n. We proved it And we also proved that all elements are distinct, so number of elements in G are n. So now we can say that order of the element, order of its generator, order of a finite cyclic group is the same as the order of its generator, which we seen through our examples earlier. Thank you to all.